Hey everyone, and welcome to the results video of the first round of the Battle of the Builders contest. Now, the Battle of the Builders contest is a Parkitect contest hosted on the Parkitect Discord, where 16 players each go head to head with a different other player, and the best one then continues on to the next round. So of the 16 players after the first round, only 8 will be left, after it only 4, etc. So, for each round, a random ride is chosen, and for the first round, every player will have to build a ferris wheel. Also, for each matchup, both players will have to work in a theme that was chosen randomly for them. So, for each matchup, I will show the entries from both players, and after that, I will reveal which player is the winner of the round. Alright, the first matchup was Palle versus Jod, and they both had to build something in a South American theme. So this is the entry from Palle. I hope I pronounced that correctly. You can see the Ferris wheel over here. Let's quickly look. The magic wheel of Peru. Now, what I really like here is how he did the foliage. Some nice decorations as well. It looks mostly vanilla, which is something which I really enjoy. We have a custom shop here, but it's out of stock. Some nice pathing here. What I also really like here is the foliage that Palle made. You can see some guests trickling in. Now, also a little fountain here in the middle. It's quite simple. The foliage here, I think it's done quite nicely. You can see this big baobab tree. Some plants hanging over this entrance. Yeah, I think this is really inspiring. It is really inspiring me, at least, to continue working on my park. Hey, the Ferris wheel itself, it's encapsulated in this building, in this adventure theme scenery. It does seem to be using the standard colors. Let's quickly check. Yeah, I do believe these pieces are actually recolorable. So maybe it's a good choice to actually give them a different color. Although the default colors do look quite nice. Alright, with this entry done, let's go take a look at the other player in this matchup, which is Jod. Alright, here's the other entry in the matchup. This is the entry from Jod. Now he went for something completely different, even though it also looks South American. You can see this temple here. No, not really sure how he rotated these pieces like this. Must be some kind of freedom mod. Yeah, I love the foliage that he did in this entry. These trees, they look magnificent. Also the other plants in this entry, I think they're wonderfully done. Yeah, there's this nice foliage throughout this entry, some nice decorations as well, and I mostly love this temple that he made here. This just looks really nice, and I love all these vines that are overhanging here. It's of course also a Ferris wheel. He actually rotated it. Probably with Coaster Anarchy or a similar mod, maybe Freedom 2K. I'm not into mods that much myself yet, but yeah, it does really make the Ferris wheel look nicer. I think makes it look much more interesting than keeping it on the grid. So yeah, I think John just made a wonderful entry here. We can also see a little shop here, so really nicely decorated. Yeah, I love these pavilions, these crates with fruit in them. Also these what look like Coke bottles. Yeah, there's just so many cool little details here. Great work from Jod. Alright, it's now time to reveal which one of these players moves on to the next round. Is it Palle or is it Jod? The winner of this matchup is Jod. well, wasn't really surprising. I think it was a decisive victory here. So yeah, great job from Jod, but also a great job from Pelle. It was also a really nice entry. All right, on to the next matchup. All right, here's the next entry. In this matchup, it was Robo Flamingo versus Vuurkip, and they both had to create a Ferris wheel in Pirates team. And oh boy, they did not disappoint. This is the entry from Robo Flamingo. And damn, this is one impressive structure. There's so much verticality to this amazing building. Even the top also looks like a pirate ship. Yeah, I just love all the layers here. Also these different materials, all the different kinds of windows. You can also see some guests walking up here. I guess this is where the entrance of the Ferris wheel is. I love how we put the Ferris wheel half inside this building here. Yeah, I love all these finds that are here to decorate the edge of this building. These anchors as well. Yeah, there's just so many beautiful details in this tower. Also, all these ropes, they're wonderful. Even a ship sticking out of the side here. Yeah, this would be one hell of an impressive site if you entered this park. Yeah, this is definitely a Ferris wheel and a half. Yeah, some other nice decorations as well. There's this beautiful rock structure here with a waterfall coming out of it. Some really cool trees as well. The foliage here is beautiful. So this is definitely a really fantastic site. This is one crazy beautiful entry from Robo Flamingo. Alright, and here's the entry from the other person in this matchup, which is Vuurkip. He also went for something very different. Well, I love that he actually made his entry in the night time. It's a beautiful Ferris wheel. I love that he also decorated the poles, or the support poles of the Ferris wheel, with this with these wooden poles. Also these ropes around it. No, I would have actually liked to see some guests on the Ferris wheel instead of test dummies. But alright. With all this beautiful scenery around it, I think I can forgive him. Yeah, just beautiful decorations. I love the way he covered all these paths here. These beautiful fences, these nice patches of foliage. Instead of just making this big island sea of path here, it's nicely broken up with some islands of foliage here. Saw some lighting effects here. Not really sure if we're gonna see it again. Kind of like something was shut off. You can see this beautiful river here in the middle. I really like how the water is lit up here. That gives such a cool effect. Also, this Ferris wheel here is at an angle, which is also nice to see. And what I really like is this water wheel here in the middle. Yeah, it's just it's a really cool entry from Vuurkip. Now also some buildings here. Looks like a little custom shop here. Again, beautifully decorated. This bridge over here also really nicely done. I love this really intricate plank structure. Yeah, this is just a beautiful entry. If you zoom in, you will keep discovering cool new details, like this parrot here on top of this rope. Yeah, there's just so much to see here. So yeah, two beautiful entries. So yeah, it's really exciting to find out which one is the winner of this round. Alright, the winner of the matchup between Robo Flamingo and Vuurkip is... Robo Flamingo, with around 75% of the votes. So yeah, these two entries were really beautiful. To me it was not really clear from beforehand who would become the winner. yeah, just two amazing entries. So yeah, I want to congratulate Robo Flamingo with the win in this matchup. Alright, the next matchup is between Eric and Mert 2006. They had to build something in a transport theme. They both had their really own take on this theme. This is the one from Eric. Now he made this wonderful looking Ferris wheel. It almost doesn't look like a Ferris wheel anymore. There's this big wheel structure which it sits in. Yeah, it looks amazing. I love how the wheel also rotates, which the Ferris wheel sits in. Yeah, this is just so nicely done. Also love these spark effects here. You can also see see a train going around here. So I guess that's where the transport theme comes in. You can also see some custom shops here in this diagonal building. What I really like is this hole under the Ferris wheel with these green lights here. Looks slightly radioactive. Yeah, just beautiful details throughout. There's like these gas tanks, garage doors, these pipes blowing some smoke. There's a big tank here, or maybe it's like a tunnel. I guess this is a good theme where the effect controllers actually don't really have to be hidden, as they actually look as they fit quite well in this theme. So yeah, this is a wonderful entry. I think this is one of the best decorated Ferris wheels. Really nice. I'm a big fan of this. Alright, and here's the other player in this matchup. This is the entry from Mert 2006. And yeah, he went for the transport team. Well, it's easy to see how we implemented this theme. You can see this train here, which sits on this piece of rail. It kind of gives me Disneyland vibes, because there you also enter the park while traveling under a train station through a tunnel. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. It's more like a lush garden vibe rather than the dark, almost radioactive theme of his opponent. So yeah, I really like the look of this station. It's really looks cozy, and you can also see a nice little building over here. Beautiful garden surrounding it. I really like the different choice of all these different trees. Love this little fountain here, and then over here we have the Ferris wheel. So yeah, definitely a more a realistic entry than the previous one, but also a little bit less crazy. Alright, now it's time to find out which one of these players continues on to the next round. And the winner of this matchup is Eric. Well, yeah, if you compare these two entries, the entry from Eric was definitely on a different level. Let's put it like that. It was a lot more crazy in terms of scenery and decoration. Still, this is a wonderful. This entry from Mert 2006 is wonderful, but for this round, Eric takes the win. Alright, this next matchup is Capitalism versus Soul Rig, and they both had to build something in a Candyland theme. This is the entry from Capitalism. I don't believe he actually used any mods, so I think that's always impressive. I love these waterfalls that he made, these white waterfalls. So it kind of looks like milk, and it definitely fits in his theme, I think. It's kind of reminds me of something like cookies and milk. I love the way he positioned his Ferris wheel. It's really in the center of the map, and definitely nice and visible for the guests who come and visit here. These buildings around it, I think they all look beautiful. I haven't built anything in the Candyland theme myself yet, But when I look at this, I really want to build something in it. Now, Capitalism also made some beautiful indoor scenes for his buildings. He furnished all of them. I think he did a really nice job at it. Oh, he even knocked over a beer glass here. Yeah, just the beautiful little details in all these buildings. I really love it. And I think it's all the more impressive since these objects look like they're mostly just made out of shapes instead of them being props. Capitalism also wrote a really long story for his entry. Well, I'm not gonna recite all of it here, but I think it's always nice if players make some lore for their entry. Alright, with that done, I think it's time to take a look at Capitalism's opponent. Alright, here's the entry from Capitalism's opponent, Solrik. So this is a different take on the Candyland theme. I already really like the entrance where you have this licorice. You can see the Ferris wheel here. It's situated on a bridge. I think that looks really cool. I love the way this entrance for the Ferris wheel looks. It's a really nice looking building. Yeah, it's just like Capitalism's entry. The Ferris wheel is also situated really nicely in this entry. Now the foliage also looks really nice. I love the way the foliage is done here in this entry. Now also some candy sprinkled around. Looks like these some lollipops here next to the queue. I'm not even sure if these are trash bins. Could be that they are trash bins. If they are, I think that's pretty cool. Now also a really nice candy shop here. I love the way he made this sign here. I think this looks really cool. So we have a little building here in the corner. This looks like a popcorn shop. So yeah, just beautiful little details throughout this entry. I really like both of these entries a lot. So yeah, now it's time to find out who is the winner of this Candyland matchup. And the winner of this matchup is Solrik with 80% of the vote. So yeah, both of these entries were beautiful, but Solrik takes the win with this entry. Alright, this next matchup is Ed versus Jupiter. And for this matchup, they both had to make a Ferris wheel with a nature theme. Now, Ed went for a river landscape. You can also see some fishes swimming around in it. Also, you can see these bears here. I think that's really cool. Now, for his Ferris wheel, he actually put it at an angle inside this destroyed building. I just love how it pops out of the roof here. That just makes it look really striking. Not even sure how we built this. Oh, the Ferris wheel is in test mode. Again, I would have preferred if it actually had guests in it rather than test dummies. But oh well. The map does look really nice. You can also see some guests going around here. Some really nice small details here. You can see this picnic table here. Some wine glasses and beer. A little watchtower over here. There's a little boat. You also see a little shop here. I really like how this shop is decorated. It looks really cool. It's fun to see the employee actually pop out from this window. Yeah, just a beautiful entry. I love the way the landscaping is done here. Just so many cool little details, like this sign here with the L fallen off. yeah, I just love little details like this. Also a little signpost pointing towards the shop. The foliage just looks really good. So yeah, wonderful entry from Ed. So let's go look at what his opponent built. Alright, here we have the entry from Jupiter, and he actually themed his entry after Pripyat. So that's the city next to Chernobyl. And I guess he interpreted the nature theme as well, yeah, Pripyat is a place where nature is taking over after all the people have left after the nuclear meltdown and all the radioactivity made it unsafe to live in for humans. Yeah, this is just this looks amazing. So you can see the Ferris wheel here in the middle. The Ferris wheel, I believe it's actually closed. Well, yeah, that does make sense for a Ferris wheel that's sitting in an area abandoned by humans. So yeah, a completely different take on making a Ferris wheel. I believe he's the only person who didn't actually open his Ferris wheel or put it in test mode. Well, yeah, it's just wonderfully decorated, also with all these vines. The foliage around it looks really nice. It definitely looks like a structure that has been abandoned by humans, where nature is slowly creeping in again. These plants, they look like they're growing wherever they can grow through all the cracks in the concrete and stuff. I also love the destroyed state of the park. You can also see lots of this stuff lying around, lots of trash. But also it looks like there's electricity cables lying around here, some other cables. Also like that he even made some of the Ferris wheel seats look destroyed. So yeah, it's just a wonderful entry. Also some Russian text up here. Oh, the back is not really decorated, but then again all the players had to vote on screenshots, so then the back of course isn't that important. Well, yeah, this is a wonderful entry. I really love it, and seeing all these little details in here, it's just amazing. Alright, it's now time to reveal who is the winner of this matchup. And the winner of this matchup in the nature theme is Jupiter with 51% of the vote. So yeah, so far this was really the closest matchup. Any one vote could have swayed the vote. So yeah, one vote could have really made the difference in who won this matchup. So yeah, for sure a very exciting matchup. Two really beautiful entries, but Jupiter takes the win. Alright, the next matchup was Lively Engineer versus Pain, and they had to both build something in a fairy tale theme. Now, this entry from Lively Engineer, well, he stepped in at the last moment to fill in for someone else who had dropped out. So he built this in only a few hours. So yeah, I think it is kind of visible, but that also makes it all the more impressive that he was able to actually put this together in the little time that he had. So this building that I see here is actually something which he probably copied and pasted from something else which he's working on. It is a really nice little building with just tons of little blocks in it and lots of detail throughout. There's some nice little buildings here as well. I really like the foliage here as well. These giant trees. This giant flower, I mean. There's also a snail here, which looks pretty cool. It looks like a little farm. Some giant cabbages growing, some mushrooms. And of course these giant lily pads. And in the end here's the Ferris wheel, which is built here as a water wheel. Now you can actually see some guests on it, or one guest at least. So yeah, the guests can actually enter this ride. You can see someone walking here. And I believe they actually entered through this tunnel here. So yeah, I think it's a pretty nice entry, a bit rough on the edges, but I think it's very impressive what the Lively engineer put together here in the short time that he had for it. Alright, and here's a Lively engineer's opponent. This is the entry from Pain. And his take on the fairy tale theme looks a little bit more realistic, but still it looks very nice. I love the way he designed his Ferris wheel. Again, also looks like he put some wood around the poles, which makes it look really nice. Now for his entry, love the landscaping. The landscaping behind the Ferris wheel looks very cool. I don't know what happened there. Oh, he actually put a wall around it. That was unexpected. I'm probably not supposed to look at it from this angle. Anyway, love the landscaping behind this entry. The foliage here looks really nice. Also, I love the trees, all the flowers behind it. You can also see some more of these fireflies here. Beautiful building here as well next to the entry. I really love this barn style, and this roof also looks great. So some smoke coming from the chimney. Some more beautiful scenes here. I like the little woodcutter's axe here in the middle on this tree stump. So I see some butterflies here. Yeah, this is a beautiful entry. And the foliage is just beautiful in it. Alright, now it's time to reveal which of these two players moves on to the next round. And the winner of this matchup is... Pain! So yeah, Pain's entry definitely looks a bit more finished. Although I think a Lively engineer can be proud of what he put together in such a short time. Alright, let's move on to the next matchup. Alright, this next matchup is between Wouter and Luke Sillies. And they had to make something in an Australasian theme. So, this is the entry from Wouter. He also made a beautifully decorated Ferris wheel, again with some wooden stuff around the poles, and also what looks like a giant barrel in the middle. Yeah, it looks really good. Now again, test dummies in the ride. Of course I prefer to see real guests in it. Yeah, these buildings here, they kind of look like hobbit holes. You can see some more of them over here. Now I love all the foliage surrounding these hobbit houses. Yeah, the foliage looks really nice. I love all the foliage on the top on the roofs of these buildings. Can see some nice little scenes. Looks like the inside of these houses. Yeah, it's just so nice to see all the decorations that Wouter put here. These bookshelves are really nice. Not actually sure if guests can also walk here. That would be really nice. I think they actually can walk here, but not really sure. Would be really nice if this queue actually allowed the guests to walk over here on their way to the Ferris wheel. Might actually be like that, but I cannot see it at the moment in this entry. But yeah, just wonderful landscaping, wonderful scenery. Kind of reminds me of Mulpia's entries in my OpenRCT2 contests. So yeah, a wonderful entry from Wouter. He really did a nice job on it. Alright, let's go check out what his opponent built. Alright, here you can see the entry from his opponent, Luke Sillies. Now, this definitely does look a little bit more Australasian to me, since this looks like a cutout of the Sydney Opera building. Must be that. Yeah, definitely looks like that. So it's this building is just beautifully made. Has so many nice details, and the shape of the building is also really nice. And I love that it's actually recognizable as the Sydney Opera building. Well, for me at least. Yeah, you can also see this, all these paths here for the guests. Lots of concrete under the building. Looks like a little souvenir shop here for the guests. And then next to this building, there's the Ferris wheel. It looks like the guests can also enter this this building here. This looks like the stadium seating mod. Kind of like a ride which guests can use, and then they will actually sit here. I don't currently see any guests sitting here. They're sitting over here in the basement. Oh yeah, I love this cutout of this building. Yeah, here you can actually see that it's an actual opera house. So yeah, just a wonderful entry. Yeah, on one hand, a little bit sad that the Ferris wheel is not integrated more into the building, but of course it would also be a little bit silly to integrate a Ferris wheel into the opera house. So yeah, I guess this is the best place to put a Ferris wheel in such an entry. But yeah, a wonderful entry from Luke Sillies. Alright, and after this it's time to reveal who of these two players takes the win for this matchup. So the winner of this matchup with the Australasian team is Wouter with 75% of the votes. So yeah, I think this entry was a little bit more Australasian, but yeah, I also liked Wouter's entry a little bit more, and so did most of the voters. But still, Luke Sillies definitely got a good chunk of the votes. So yeah, I think they were both really wonderful entries. Alright, and now we have arrived at the final matchup. This one is Astrotron versus Arma, and they both had to make something in holiday theme. So this is the entry from Astrotron, and it definitely looks like he went for an Easter theme. At least that's what I think he went for, since it has these huge bunnies. And even the buildings are shaped like bunnies. I think this is a very charming entry from Astrotron. Yeah, I love the way he decorated this. And yeah, these bunny faces really put a smile on my face. The Ferris wheel is definitely very central in this entry. I really like the way he put his trees here. Not too large variety of trees, but it looks like he did give them all a little bit of a different color. Now the foliage, I think he did the foliage in a really nice way. It's a really Astrotron his style. So yeah, looks like there's not many custom objects here in this map. It actually look like these roofs are made of bushes in a different color. Yeah, I think that's really creative, and I just love when players use little tricks like these to create something. It's really nice when people use objects in a way they weren't designed to be used. So yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of this entry from Astrotron. Really a nice take on the holiday theme. Alright, let's take a look at what his opponent built. Alright, and here's the entry from Astrotron's opponent, Arma. Now he went for a different holiday. This looks more like a Christmas theme. You can see all these structures here with these red and green lamps hanging from them. Now I really like the way he put all these paths here, and they really, it really makes the guests climb up all the way to the top here, where this Ferris wheel sits. So a very nice location for the Ferris wheel. I would have liked to see it opened for this contest, but yeah, it's sadly still in a closed state. Yeah, some nice foliage around the map as well. I like the way he did the snow. Also some rocks around, a bit rough around the edges, especially in the back of the park. It definitely does look like Arma ran out of time for his entry, since it does look a little bit rough around the edges. But still, the stuff that is here, I think it all looks really good. Yeah, like I said, I really like all these wooden structures, but also the way all this stone is done here. Definitely a nice mix of materials. I just wish it looked a little bit less blocky. But yeah, really nice entry from Arma. So now it's time to reveal who is the winner of this last matchup. And the winner of this matchup with the holiday theme is... Astrotron. Yeah, I think it was not surprising. Astrotron took a huge chunk of the votes. Yeah, his entry just looked much more complete than the one from Arma. But still, both of these entries were very nice. But of course, only one person can be the winner. Alright, yeah, this was the first round of the Battle of the Builders contest. The 8 winners of each matchup, they will continue on to the second round. And for the second round, all the players will have to build in this part of the map, which is a little bit bigger. And a ride will be chosen for them that they have to build. Alright, I hope you enjoyed watching all these entries. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. It would really help out my channel. And yeah, I'm really excited for the second round of the Battle of the Builders contest. I can't wait to see what all these players will come up with. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.